Hello everyone. Today we will continue with our discussion on the syllabus of UPSC mains exam. In one of the earlier videos, we have mentioned how the prelims syllabus is, and today we will be continuing with the mains syllabus. So let's start. So for the mains exam, there are qualifying papers that is two in number. One is qualifying paper on Indian language that can be from any Indian language which is mentioned in the 8th schedule. Then there is also one qualifying paper on English. So it is written the aim of the paper is to test the candidate's ability to read and understand serious discursive prose and to express ideas clearly and correctly in English and Indian language concerned. So the pattern of questions will be as comprehension will be there. Then a comprehension of given passages. Suppose a passage will be given and you have to comprehend it. You have to understand the passage. That's comprehension. Then precise writing. That based on a comprehension, you have to write in brief about that. Suppose a lengthy passage is there, you have to write what the contents of that passage exactly is. Then usage and vocabulary is there. Then short essays, some essays on a particular topic, some short essays. So these are the main things. The same syllabus is for the Indian language, except for one more thing, the translation from English to the Indian language and vice versa. So these are both are qualifying papers. So moving on to the next. See, seeing the syllabus, it clearly says what UPSC wants. See, the main examination is intended to assess the overall intellectual traits and depth of understanding. You have to take this very, very carefully. Overall intellectual traits and depth of understanding of candidates rather than merely the range of their information and memory. UPSC generally says this, but we should have to be aware about a lot of things. That is a contradiction. We will go through it. Then so the nature and standard of questions in the general studies papers, paper 2 to 5, that is general studies papers, will be such that a well-educated person will be able to answer them without any specialized study. That a well-educated person will be able to answer them without any specialized study. Okay, take this in mind. The questions will be such as to test a candidate's general awareness of a variety of subjects which will have relevance for a career in civil services. The questions are likely to test the candidate's basic understanding of all relevant issues, ability to analyze and take a view on conflicting socio-economic goals, objectives, and demands. So, if you take the question paper, and if you take any question in the question paper, what? So, the question will be on a relevant issue. It's an important issue which may be in the US, or example, like women empowerment. So, what you have to like the issues concerned with women empowerment and the ability, your ability to analyze the things which are happening in the society and how you are able to analyze these things in a proper way. Then your view on these topics, and you should always have a middle view. That is a better safe zone. But you should give the pros and cons, and you should definitely have a conclusion. That is what is meant by your view on conflicting socio-economic goals, objectives, and demands. So almost all the questions which are asked in the exam is following this kind of pattern. There will be an issue. You will be able to analyze that issue, particular issue. You should know the pros and cons of it, and you should take a stand, and you should give a solution if possible in that. So this is generally majority of the questions take this format in UPSC. Questions and answers. Okay. And the candidates must give relevant answers, meaningful and succinct answers. So that is understood. The scope of the syllabus for optional subject papers, paper 6 and 7 for the examination is broadly of the honors degree level. Honors degree means that is they are telling you have completed suppose you completed your BTech and you also completed your BTech. So the level of the question paper for that will be somewhere between your BTech and MTech. In between a kind of degree they are telling. Um, but no, I just took the example for BTech to make you understand. But in generally, when it comes to engineering and medical sciences and law, the level corresponds to the bachelor's degree only. So if you are taking electronics and communication, so what you studied in BTech, that is a syllabus generally. The level means the level of difficulty, or you can say, yes, obviously, yes, level of difficulty, you can say. Oh. So that is a general overview of the mains examination. So on moving forward, here comes our paper one. Paper one is essay. All of you will understand, like there will be an essay on, you will be given a topic, just like I told, women empowerment or globalization. So you don't have to prepare very much for this, because the GS papers, GS1, 2, 3, 4. So four, oh yeah, GS1, 2, 3, 4. From these papers, whatever you study, once you cover the syllabus, no, you will be able to automatically write the essays which are asked in this section. But you have to do some preparations, and the preparation is like, take some general topics. For example, globalization. You are taking, just always keep a good introduction and a conclusion. So, and the introductory line and the conclusion lines, no, you should have some quotes if possible, or like it should start with some relevant happenings. Mm. Suppose if I take women empowerment, and I can start like women, men and women are like the two wheels of the same carriage. You know, that's a very favorite statement. That's a very famous statement. So we can start your answer with this quote. And likewise, you know, you should know, have some pointers. The introduction, then good pointers, and then conclusion. So that will make a good essay generally. And you should arrange your, you know, the ideas in an orderly fashion. That is, there should be a flow in the way you write the exam. The essay, when you are writing, there should be a continuity. The examiner will feel, okay, this will lead to this will lead to this will lead to this. Like, the reader should feel, no, a continuity. So, and you should write it concisely. Don't write vaguely anything. Those things which you write, no, write it very clearly. So that is what they mean. And you should have to keep always the no, you should always remember the topic while writing, because some people while writing, no, they will go overboard, and they will be writing about somebody is asking about, suppose, globalization, and somebody will be starting writing about liberalization, then privatization. So that is not the way. So you should have to confine to the topic. Okay, so that is very important, and try to keep the ample amount of markings, headers, headings, all these things. So a good essay will have a good introduction, then you can divide the subtopics if you want, then followed by a conclusion. So at the essay, the flow will be like, you should give an introduction in the sense like you should be introducing the topic to the person who is reading, or just think it is like an audience. You are giving an introduction about the subject, then you will be starting explaining the subject in a little more detail. Then again, you will be going through the pros, the cons, the recent issues which is happening with the subject, so what we can do. And based on all these things, then comes your conclusion. So which part you are, or like that, you can finish it and with a super beautiful quote. So this is generally the essay format. You can and see, it is always written, credit will be given for effective and exact expression. So be careful of that. So now we are coming to the general studies paper one. So the paper one is about Indian heritage and culture, history and geography of the world and society. That's it. So Indian culture. Indian culture will cover the salient features of art forms and literature and architecture from ancient to modern times. So I think this topic, no, this is generally coming under the broad spectrum called Indian culture, and it is covering art forms, literature, and architecture, and all these things from the ancient to the modern times. So you have to take into account. You have to be very careful about this. From ancient to modern they have been asking this. So the best book for this is Nitin Singhania. If you is there, then plus one plus two culture NCRT is there. That also is good. Then modern Indian history from about the middle of the 18th century, from 1756 until the present. Significance is events, personalities, and issues. So it is written about the middle of the 18th century. So you can consider it from 1750s. So the main incident happens with 1750s when Battle of Plassey, you all know, to the present. So the next topic which is coming is the freedom struggle. Its various stages, important contributors or contributions from different parts of the country. So this modern Indian history and as well as the freedom struggle, we can say like it is a combined topic generally, right? See, these two topics, no, almost have a lot of things in common. If you go through modern Indian history, it will cover the freedom struggle. So this is a common topic, you can say. So, and freedom struggle, definitely, if you're telling like various stages, like 1857 revolt, then nationalism, birth of Congress, moderates era, extremist era, then comes the non-cooperation movement, arrival of Gandhiji, non-cooperation movement, then civil disobedience movement. So in between that, revolutionary movements, then civil disobedience movement, then elections, INA, then Quit India movement, then independence. So various stages, and there are a lot of other stages in between. It's very important. Then important contributions or contributors from different parts of the country. So this can be a person or this can be an organization. So all those things will be coming under this. This is mainly attributed with the freedom struggle. And in the modern Indian history thing, the significant events can be a lot of things. 1750s when Battle of Plassey, that's important. Battle of Buxar is important. Then from there till, a lot of things will be coming in between, the different personalities which is coming and different issues, significant events. So these things can be merged and you can study. There will be a continuity if you study like this. Then see, this is always happening from 1757. Then you're going to the freedom struggle, that stage 1947 you reach, and after that, after the independence, so the consolidation and reorganization within the country. So these things are coming. So after independence thing also you can divide it into Nehru era. So under Nehru, what all things were happening, like the princely states integration, then a lot of things in the foreign policy, all those things you can make under Nehru era. Then comes Lal Bahadur Shastri era, Tashkent Pact. Then comes Indira Gandhi's era, Operation Blue Star, a lot of things, emergency, all these things will be coming. Then again, if you go to Rajiv Gandhi era, then like that you can make a note on post independence, the main events, and that's the best way. History of the world will include events from 18th century such as industrial revolution, colonization, world wars, redrawal of national boundaries, decolonization. So I suggest for this thing, no, you can have this ninth standard old NCRT book. So it is having everything in crystal clear. So you will be able to comprehend it in a great way. So I suggest you that book for this topic. Then there are political philosophies like communism, capitalism, socialism, etc. Their forms and effects on the society. So if you Google like communism, you will be getting, and you can make a note on this. Capitalism also you can make a note on their forms, different forms, divisions, and what are the effects on society. This you can get from this. On these three you can make notes from the internet. So that is it. Then comes sociology. The sociology thing, it says about the salient features of Indian society that you can get from Google, diversity of India also from Google. So then role of women and women's organization. That's a very important and very common topic because this will help you in writing a lot of answers. So better prepare like various women's organization and role of women, how it evolved from Vedic times to till now. So we can make a essay writing with conclusion. You can make an essay on this topic. That will be the best thing. and a lengthy essay and keep good pointers, so you'll be able to use it in a lot of other answers too. Then comes population and association. So what is population? The different things associated with population, like demographic dividend, and a lot of things will be. And what are the issues? Overpopulation, all those things will be coming. Then poverty and development issues. So the poverty line, how it is calculated, and what is the relation between poverty and development, how it is calculated in BPL, APL, then what all development schemes are there to uplift people out of poverty. So all these things will be covering in this thing. That urbanization, their problems and their remedies. So this is an essay like topic. No, you can write, you will get from Google. You can write what is urbanization, what are the types of urbanization, why it is happening, how it is happening, so which are the most common areas it is happening, different types, and what are the problems due to urbanization which is happening, and what are the solutions we can have to curb urbanization. So this can be done as a good essay. The next comes is globalization. That is also a very good topic. So globalization also is just like urbanization. You can make a note like what is globalization, so how it started, what are the different types of globalization, so what are the effects of globalization on the society, and how it is affecting the Indian society, and what are the solutions of way forward. That's it. That is the thing you can make, and you will be able to write 90% of the answers. 90, you'll be able to answer 90% of the questions if you make notes on this way. For any question asked on globalization, this will help you out. Then social empowerment. So social empowerment is also a topic you can Google. So different programs by the government also you can include in that. Then communalism also, we can make a note on communalism. So, and what are the issues, what are the pros, cons, and types, all these things, just like we told. Actually, there is a general format for these things like communism, regionalism, secularism, or just like we have told, mm, see, communism, regionalism, secularism, or whether it is the political communism, capitalism, socialism, or it is urbanization, globalization, all these things we can put under a common umbrella. So, what you can do is you should first define the term. You should first say what the term is. For example, globalization. So, what is globalization? That you should know what is globalization. So, why it is happening? That also you should know why this thing is happening. So, what are the different types? So, what are the different ways it is happening? Hmm? So, third is that. Then, fourth, what are the pros because of this? And fifth is what are the cons, pros and cons will come. Then, sixth is what are the solutions. And seventh, you can write any statistics or data which is available. And last, your conclusion. And if there is any catchy codes, you can include that also in your essay, so it will be a very easy thing for you to remember, as well as you will be able to tackle it in a very good way, so you won't forget it, and it will help you immensely in your exam. So that is it regarding these topics. So now the next part is about geography. So geography, salient features of world's physical geography. This is you can get from class 11 geography NCRT, physical geography. That will cover all the features of this, all these things. Then distribution of key natural resources across the world, including South Asia and the Indian subcontinent. This also, no, key natural. First, you should understand what are the key natural resources we need. So then make a table, and it is better to make a map actually. Suppose one key natural resources. You are writing. Suppose the natural resources be A. So, example, you are writing A, and you are making a map, like in which places in the map A is available. So, and why it is available there. Hmm? So this is what this topic is about. Then next is about industries. So suppose one industry. if you are taking factors responsible for the location of primary, secondary, and tertiary. So we should know what is primary industry, what is secondary industry, and what is tertiary industry with examples. And you should take one industry, suppose like cotton. So, mm, so why? You know, it is it is where it is located and why it is located in that location. Hmm? And what are the general process? Have an idea of, because generally the industries will be like, in many of the cases the raw materials, no, the raw materials have to be processed very fast. So many of the industries are there which are located near to the raw materials, because raw materials have a greater role. Because if such as sugarcane industry, it is located near to where sugarcane is found, or sugar, you can sugar industry where sugar is being made, it is located close to the sugarcane farms, because no, the once crushed, the sugarcane, the raw material, no, immediately it has to be crushed and taken. Otherwise, no, the taste will vary or there will be a difference in that. So the good quality sugar you won't get. So this is one example, and a quote, and so it is located, has to be located near to the raw material. And if you take the case of cotton industry, cotton cloth making industry using cotton, imagine. So cotton is a raw material; it does not lose weight. So the raw material, it can be carried from here to there without any problem. So generally, what happens is it is located near the the mills. This industry is very close to the, the cotton mills will be very close to the market. These things, we should not, we should not. So, so that is regarding the industrial part. We will explain it in detail with examples. Then, important geographical phenomena such as earthquakes, tsunami, volcanic activity, cyclones, etc. So, you should know what is earthquake, what are the different types of uh, earthquakes, or you can say earthquakes are there, then different types of how it is happening, and different types of waves, and which are the most common places in the world where earthquakes occurs. So like that, tsunami also, what is tsunami, how it happens. So all these cases, no, we should know, we should first have an idea what this is, and second is how it is happening, and third is where it is happening. So these are the main things. And fourth is like solution, how to prevent it, like disaster management. Like, then this is about geographical features and the location. You should have an idea of the different geographical features and where they are exactly located. And the last is changes in critical geographical features, including water bodies and ice caps. There are lakes which are getting dry, and ice caps melting of ice. So the changes in critical geographical features and in flora and fauna and the effects of such change. So this is a little bit related to the environment, and what is happening to due to suppose factories is dumping waste, and it is affecting an ecosystem. It is dumping waste into the lakes, so it is affecting the ecosystem there. So what are the effects of such changes? So these things we should have to take in this portion. So this is just a brief about this, and we will be explaining these topics in much detail, and we will be covering the entire syllabus. So I hope this is okay with. Okay, thank you.